Good morning and welcome to another vlog. It is Sunday the 14th of September and I thought I'd tell you a little bit about what's been going on this week and what's going to be going on next week. And I will take you with me on a little trip I'm making to Waitrose. That'll be fun, won't it? It's fun for me because I haven't actually been to the Waitrose here for a little while. Well, it's not in the town. It's actually in Saxmundham, which is about 15-20 minutes drive away. So I'm going to do that later on, as it's Sunday, it doesn't open until 12 probably, or maybe 11, I'll check. But that'll be quite nice because I don't have to buy any boring stuff like toilet paper or kitchen roll or tins of things. I can just kind of browse the shelves and see what I fancy. Now, I'm not going to buy a lot because we are going to London on Sunday now, so we don't need a lot of stuff. But I'll just buy a few bits and bobs, and I am trying to eat super healthily so that I lose maybe another pound or two before my birthday. That would be nice. So far, I think I've lost now because I think I'm 8 stone 6, which is at about 54.5 kilos, maybe something like that. Or how many pounds is that? I don't know. I'll put it on the screen. Anyway, I lost about 16 pounds, I think, which is fantastic. I'm so delighted. And I just want to lose another 3 or 4 because my tum is still too sticky outy for my liking, and I think if I just lose those last few pounds, everything will fall into place, as it were, and everything will look better on me in terms of clothes. But I'm really pleased with my progress, and the thing is, I've done it really slowly, which they say is the best way to do it, although to be honest, I don't really know. The point is to keep it that way. Once I've done it, that's going to be the key thing. And I've learnt a huge amount about how I best eat to lose weight. So I'll talk about that in another video. Anyway, so I'm just going to buy a few things, just probably some nice fruit and veg. I should have gone to the local shops yesterday and didn't. I had lots of other stuff to do, including recording yesterday. I did such a mammoth recording. I've had to divide it into 2. So one of the videos is going up today. That's part 1 of Faves, Fails and Empties, and then part 2 is going to go next Sunday, because honestly it would have been over an hour, I think, which is just ridiculous. So I did ramble on, as you know I have a tendency to do, and there was a lot to get through. So I'm quite pleased about that in a way, because it means I don't have to record anything today. Because what's happening this coming week is we're going to London on Friday. It's my birthday on the Monday, so a week tomorrow. It's my 71st birthday. In fact, this time last year, or for my birthday last year, we were here in Eyebrow. We rented this amazing apartment above a restaurant called the Regatta, and it was huge. So my kids came and my grandson, and it was so nice. The weather was good. We just chilled, really. We didn't go anywhere much. We just hung around together, and it was absolutely lovely. This year, what we're doing is we're going down to London on Friday, staying in Holborn, actually, which would be really fun because I never stayed there. Obviously, being a Londoner, I've never stayed in central London in a hotel, so really looking forward to that. And it means we can kind of go out Saturday morning and, go to a groovy coffee bar. And groovy, how old am I? And all of that, so it'd be really fun. So Friday night we'll have dinner together. Saturday evening we're seeing some friends, and actually what's really exciting, I'll see if I can take some footage for next week's vlog. We're going to see Pat Cash, the tennis player, play in a band. So really looking forward to that. And then on Sunday, we're having dinner with my kids. And then Monday, I'm in the office just for the morning and then coming back in the afternoon. So that's next weekend. But in the meantime, what I thought I'd do this week for the vlog is start to think about what I need to pack. Because honestly, I overpacked last time I went to London. It was ridiculous. And I don't really want to lug around a big bag, although I'm very excited because I won't talk about it too much today because I want to show you it on camera. Well, I suppose it might, if it arrives in time, actually I might be able to in this vlog. I'm being sent a bag. I won't say too much about it now. So I'm being sent a travel bag to try out. It was really timely because it was just a random approach. I'd never even heard of the brand before. And I looked it up and I thought, this looks quite nice and about the right size. So I'm going to give it a go. But if it doesn't arrive in time, I've got this other bag that I bought from Amazon, which is very pink. But I thought I'd give it a go because it's not on wheels. And I thought, well, let's just try a carry-on bag sort of thing. So I'm going to try that. or the other one, and I just need to really be careful. What I'm thinking about is, because I've got 3 nights and 3 days virtually, or 2.5 days to think about what I need to wear, maybe the best approach is to take a pair of jeans, which I can wear during the day, every day, and wear. And then maybe for Friday night, maybe Friday night I can wear a different top. And then during the day I can still wear those jeans on the Saturday and Sunday, not the Monday because it's office wear, and although we're very cash, I don't really want to wear blue jeans to the office. So I could take a pair of maybe black jeans to wear on the Saturday evening and the Sunday evening and the Monday in the office. And then I've only got 2 pairs of trousers, one to wear and one to take. And then maybe wear trainers with the jeans and some different footwear, maybe a pair of boots. I wore my lovely boots. Actually, I'll insert a picture. I wore these boots, which I know were quite divisive, a bit Marmite last year when I bought them. Was it last year or the beginning of this year, I think, from Mango. And some of you said they loved them. Some of you said they didn't like them at all. And I wasn't sure, but I decided to keep them. Anyway, I wore them last night with my white jeans, and I think they look really good. So I might take those because they're light as well, and they could be my evening boots, as it were. And then the trainers, whatever I decide to take, could be the daytime wear. Maybe the Mango. Actually, that's an idea. Maybe the Mango beige trainers, beige suede trainers, which I just bought. Maybe those are the daytime ones, and then the evening ones can be the Mango boots. Good. This is good planning. It's helpful to talk it through. So that's probably what I'm going to base my outfits on. So the lightest possible things, so I don't have to take too much. And actually, do you know, my husband's coming back a little bit earlier than me on the Monday, because of course he doesn't have to hang around for work. So I might ask him to carry a few things back with me. It's the cosmetics and all the paraphernalia, all the pills and what have you. They're the heavy stuff. Well, not the pills, but the gel and the cleansers and what have you. I'll just have to see how much I can cut those down. So that's what's happening this week, and it's it's a normal working week, except that I don't work on the Friday, so it's my non-working day this week. And I've got, I think it's less than 3 weeks, is it? What's today? It's the 14th, so yes, 3 weeks and a day. 3 weeks and a day. Amazing. And then I'm going to have a really, I hope, good leaving do on Monday the 6th. Is it Monday the 6th or Monday the 5th? Monday the 6th, I think, of October. And I'm hoping lots of my workmates are going to make it. I'm really looking forward to it because, well, I can't really talk too much about my work now, but let's say the first couple of years were pretty tough. I mean, I had a wonderful manager, and I'm so fond of him, and I think he is able to come to the leaving do, as is my subsequent manager, because I've had 3 managers in total. And they've all been lovely. They've all been delightful. But number one, who was the one who employed me, he was on the interview panel, and yeah, I have a special spot, as it were. No, not a special spot for him, but a special, you know what I mean, special place in my heart for that manager. He's just such a sweetie. And I always remember when I first met him and he took me around the building that I was going to be working in, I looked at his shoes and I thought, this is good, because I really like a man. I'm sure somebody said I'm sure there was a phrase about a man who wears good shoes is a good man, or something of that kind. I can't remember what it was now, but anyway, I spotted his shoes and I thought, yeah, he's a bit of a natty dresser. His shoes are great. I think we're going to get one. So that's the leaving do, but that's not for another 3 weeks. 3 weeks tomorrow, in fact. So that's what's happening this week. Now that's what's happening this coming week, but this current week that we're in, I've had a couple of interesting things to deal with. The first one is my pension, which trying to understand a pension is like trying to understand gibberish. It's just so difficult. But anyway, I think we've kind of bottomed it out now. I understand what I've got to do, but honestly, the forms to fill out, this is my work pension, the forms to fill out and all of that, It's a bit of a hoo-ha, and I'm glad I've got my husband here who understands a lot more about these things. In fact, my husband used to be a local councillor years and years and years ago before we got together. He did 8 years on his local council, which is quite something. I had no real idea about local council workings at all until I joined. My touch points with local councils were really waste and schools, and I think that was it. So why did I mention that? Oh, it's the pension, that's right. So we're trying to bottom that out. I think we kind of have now. And then the second thing is I've had the dentist report. Yes, well, I wasn't expecting it to be cheap, and it certainly isn't. And I can't make a decision yet because he's given me 2 options. He's very, very thorough, really impressed with how thorough he is. But there's a lot to take in. And I think the first step is going to be, because the second option was going to see another specialist about something which I really need to read thoroughly. But I think that's what I'm going to do, is go and see this other specialist. I know it's kicking the can down the road, but the second option was the more expensive, even more expensive than the first, like double. The whole thing is unbelievably expensive. So I just need to think about which route to go down. I think I need to see this other guy, this other specialist, before I make a decision. I hope this makes sense. It's probably terribly boring. Do fast forward if you want to. So that's what I've been dealing with this week. Apart from being very busy at work, it seems to have hotted up a lot this week. I suppose it's partly because I'm leaving. I need to make sure that everything I do is tidied up. And also I need to do my handover notes, which I haven't done. All I've written now to the headings. So I need to get on with that. So that's how the week's going to pan out. I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. Now, this mug, by the way, this is one of a couple of mugs. I love these. These are by Shirley Conran, and I got them from John Lewis, and I love Shirley Conran. I love this. No, not Shirley Conran. That was her granny. No, it's Sophie Conran. I beg your pardon. Sophie Conran, daughter of the more famous Terence Conran, who was the celebrated designer and restaurateur. I think he died a few years ago now. I used to go to a lot of his restaurants actually back in the 80s. And I had his design book, which everybody had in the 80s. It was one of those classic books. And I used to look at all the colours and all the designs and think, gosh, how beautiful. I wish I could make my home like that. But of course I couldn't, because a lot of the images were of houses that didn't have architraves, that didn't have all these curly cues and what have you that Edwardian houses in London have. You could never get that sort of coastal look that a lot of his books espoused. You just couldn't get that, because the houses we had all had very ornate original features and fireplaces and stuff, which were just not reflected in the book. But anyway, I enjoyed looking at it. It was the days when we used to have all those paint effects. Do you remember those? The sort of spackles, and honestly can't remember what the names of the colours were, but it was all textured walls. And I actually did. I mean, I'm completely not handy, but I've still got a couple of chairs downstairs that I had in the 80s, I think, or maybe the early 90s, which I painted and then did that sort of rubbing off to make them look distressed. That was so popular, wasn't it, I think it was early 90s, actually, late 80s, early 90s. Anyway, why did I mention that? It's Sophie Conran. So love the Sophie Conran ranges of crockery. I think they're really attractive. Right, let me have a sip. I'm trying out lots of different coffees for my Nespresso, and this one's called Furtado, but it's not too Furtado. It's actually okay. I quite like a strong coffee, but it's been fun trying out all the different ones and seeing which ones I want first thing in the morning and which I want a little bit later. Aren't I a lucky girl? So now I'm going to get ready for the day, and then I'm going to go out and get the croissants, because that's been a thing on a Sunday morning. I've discovered that the local Tesco's does freshly baked croissants, and they're really good. So I'm going to go and get those, come back and have those, and then I'll go out to Waitrose a bit later and I'll take you with me. It is an absolutely stunning day, and I've just been to get the croissants, and I'm going to go home, have a croissant with a bit of fruit and some cheese, because I find the combo of having the croissant with some fruit and cheese helps it to go down better. So that's what I'm going to have, and then I'll probably leave around about 11, I think half 11, to go to Waitrose, because I want to make sure other shops are open as well, because I just want to have a wander around Saxmundham. I didn't really know it very well at all, and I know the station, or at least I know where the station is now, and that's where I get my nails done, or at least I have the last couple of times. And I spotted a rather nice looking coffee shop, kind of bar, across the road from the nail place. So I thought I might have a look at that, and I'll take you with me. Well, a slight disappointment with Saxmundham in that everything, bar the Waitrose, Tesco's and Costa, was closed. So I wasn't able to go into any stores there that were of interest, although it has to be said there aren't that many interesting stores. There is a nice looking sort of chemist slash stationers, which I think also houses the post office, but that was shut. And so was the coffee bar slash bar that I was thinking of having a look in. So I'll come back not on a Sunday. But I've done all the shopping I wanted to do. I have to say Waitrose is very understocked, and I bought myself the most ridiculously expensive piece of steak. And it's just for me, because my husband's more of a pork and chicken kind of guy. Pork, chicken and lamb, actually. He's not so keen on steak. So I'm having steak and he's having pork tonight. He says we're a bit like flatmates because we often eat different things. Anyway, that's what we're having tonight, and then for next week I'm going to try and be a bit frugal because we're going to be eating quite a bit next weekend for my birthday. So I'm going to go home and have some lunch, relax, and then I'm going to put the hooks into my curtains so that hopefully we can hang up our curtains in the living room later on today. So that's the plan for the rest of the day, and I will check in with you a bit later, or if I don't check in with you later, I will check in with you first thing tomorrow. Monday is a really busy day, particularly the morning, because we've got a 2-hour meeting and it's quite a heavy one, so I need to be prepared for that. But hopefully I'll see you later. Good morning, it is Tuesday at about 20 to 8. I'm just getting ready for the day, and I thought we'd have a chat about what I'm going to be taking to London, because I need to prep and decide what outfits I'm taking. So while we do that, let me put my face on, and I've started just collecting a few bits and bobs in this little tray for sort of daily use. So I tend to use the same things for a good few days unless I'm filming. Well, I mean, I am filming, but unless I'm filming anything specific. So while we chat, I thought I'd just make myself up, and it looks like it's going to be another lovely day. We have had very odd weather. Oh, what have I done with my sponge? Oh, yeah, there it is. We have had odd weather because we've had a lot of rain, unexpectedly heavy rain, actually. And then it comes out, and then the sun comes out, and it's all gorgeous. So I'm not quite sure what the day is going to bring, but I shall be working in any event, although I will pop out to the shops because I need some more salad. And I might make some kind of chicken this evening. My imagination in terms of cooking is really pretty stilted. No, that's not a word, is it? Stilted? No, that's not what I mean. Stunted, that might be it. So I got some beautiful chicken breasts from the butcher's yesterday. So I will do something with them today, even if I just put them in the oven in a roasting tin with some lemon and garlic and maybe some little potatoes or something like that. Although I could use one of my curry kits, I might do that. So my main concern today, apart from my work, is deciding what I'm going to take to London in terms of outfits, because I'm trying to minimise the amount of stuff I take, but we're away for 3 nights, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I've got work on the Monday. Well, it's only an hour in the office, but even so, I don't want to look too sloppy. So, I need a mirror. Oh, I'll just have to manage with this. So I need to decide what I'm taking, and then I'm going to ask my husband if he will be so kind as to take back some of my stuff for me, because he's catching the earlier train on the Monday, because then I won't have to lug all this stuff around. It's quite heavy to carry around, so I need to decide what I'm taking. I've decided to go black and white because, as you know, I love black and I also love white, and they are colours that suit me. So I'm thinking I will take just 2 pairs of trousers. I'll take my black jeans, which are the skinny-ish ones, and my white sienna jeans. And I think those will do. So I thought if I wear the black ones for travel, well, I wonder if I could wear some leggings. No, that's probably too much. So the black ones for travel, and then the white ones for Saturday and Sunday nights, because we're going out on Saturday with some friends to see Pat Cash play. I don't know where we're eating, but I'm not sure about that. But anyway, white jeans for those two, white jeans for that, and then white jeans for Sunday night when I'm having dinner with my kids, which is my kind of birthday dinner. And then the black jeans during the day and on the Friday night. And then I've got my 2 Uniqlo shirts. I've got the white shirt I could wear with the white jeans or the black jeans, and the black shirt I can wear with the white jeans. I don't think I'd wear it with the black jeans because they're skinny. Well, I suppose I could. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking at the moment. And then I've got a black, I don't actually have a really nice black bag. Interestingly, I did order the mango black bag that I was coveting, but I'm going to send it back, I'm glad to say, because actually it was nice, but I didn't love it. But I'm just going to use my Uniqlo little tiny crossbody when I'm going out in the evening because it's fine for now. And then I've got my bigger Uniqlo kind of, it's almost like a satchel, which I'll use to carry my laptop, my work laptop, so that'll be fine. And then I'm going to take my black jigsaw jacket, which I got, was it last year or earlier this year? I think it was last year actually. Which is that sort of slightly quilted, oversized jacket. Now footwear is the only issue for me because I think black trainers just don't, well, I don't have a nice pair of black trainers anyway, but they just don't really cut it, do they? Or if they do, I haven't really worked out how for me. So I'm not going to take my black trainers, but I will take my Puma Palermos. I'll probably wear those. And then I'm thinking of taking my mango leather boots, which I know are a bit Marmite with some of you, but I really like them and they are comfortable and they're very light, rather than taking a big sort of bother boot type boot, which I like, but they're just too heavy. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment. Obviously it's only Tuesday, I'm not leaving till Friday, so things can change. And what I will do is vlog as much as I can when I'm in London, so you'll actually see what I did in fact end up taking. So that is what I'm thinking at the moment. Now on Sunday you will see part 2 of my empties, and in a way I suppose I cheated a bit by divvying them up because it was going to be a whole video, but it was going to be so long. It's going to be over 40 minutes, and I know some of you very kindly said that you don't mind my videos being long, but it was partly also, I have to admit, due to time constraints, because at the moment with still being full-time and so many calls on my time as well, and there's all sorts of pension things to sort out and forms and phone calls and I don't know, anyway, there's lots going on. So that's why I divvied, I can't say that word. So that is why I divided them up into 2 parts. So I hope you'll enjoy that one on Sunday. That one's got more makeup. Has it got makeup? Yes, it has. And also a couple of book reviews as well. So I hope you will enjoy that. And actually I had a really nice email exchange with one of my lovely subscribers who suggested I read the Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry. So at the moment I'm reading a book which my husband bought. It's a book by Robert Harris, whose novels I have enjoyed mostly. There was one I didn't like, but one I really liked, which was about the Dreyfus case. And I thought that was excellent. He often does this sort of novelisation of true events. I think he's done some ancient Greek novels, or ancient Greek history novels, and also, because one's called Cicero, isn't it? And was that Roman? That's not Greek. Come on. Roman novels. Maybe he's done both. I don't know. Anyway, Cicero, I think I'm right in saying he's a Roman. And then the one I'm reading at the moment is called, I can't remember the title, I'll put it on the screen. It's about Prime Minister Asquith, who was Prime Minister at the time of the First World War, and his affair with a woman called Venetia the Hon Venetia something or other. And I am quite enjoying it. He does write well and he's very easy to read. I don't know whether I'm completely gripped by the story, but I will carry on with it anyway. My husband quite enjoyed it, I think. So I will continue with it. The only thing is it's a hardback, so I can't take it with me to London because it's just going to be too heavy. So I'm going to have to think of something else. I finished The Wedding People, which I talk about in my... Look at that, which I talk about on Sunday, so I won't go into that now. So maybe I'll have to pick something else up. In fact, I think I've ordered... Oh no, it's an audiobook. We've got a wonderful bookshop here in Aldborough. Oh gosh, yes, that's what I meant to tell you. Do you know, I completely got the date of the book club wrong. So I never went to the blooming thing after all that, after reading the book and everything. Why did I get into that? Oh yes, because I need a book to read to take with me on the train. So going back to Sunday's video then, so that will have makeup and other bits and bobs in it. And then, so that's Sunday part 2 of my faves, fails and empties. And then the following week... doing the following week. So the following week we'll have the London vlog. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try my best to go into Selfridges and try out the Victoria Beckham makeup foundation drops. See if I can be matched, see what they look like. So one of my lovely subscribers said she was going to go in. I can't remember whether she said she'd actually bought them or whether she was going to try them. So I thought I would, and I know they're expensive, but you know, but my birthday, so why not? And then, what's the following week? Oh yes, it's going to be a fashion video. Oh yes, I'm excited about that because I've been sent some products. Ooh, not a sponsored video, but I've been sent some things to try, which I'm looking forward to telling you all about. So that's Sunday week. So not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after. So lots going on. So my final working day is going to be Wednesday the 8th. I think I said it was Tuesday the 7th, but it's actually going to be Wednesday the 8th of October. So that is 3 weeks tomorrow. So I'm busy writing my handover notes. It's funny, I was wondering how much I'd have to actually write, but now I've got into it. I did about an hour this morning. It's getting longer and longer. So plenty to write about, and I don't know who I'm handing over to yet, but hopefully they'll have a lot of comprehensive notes. I'm sure I'll know who it is anyway before I leave. So I've been doing that, and I'm going to pop out later. I mean, it's such a beautiful day. I wish I could spend more time outside, but I can't, unfortunately, because there's lots to do, but it's fine. I will get out in the fresh air anyway. And then, oh, and I've got to send the bag back to Mango. That's right, I've got to do that. And the post office has funny hours here. Well, it's not funny, but it closes for lunch, and then I think it shuts on a Wednesday, so you have to know exactly when it's open in order to get there and not be disappointed that it's shut, which I've done quite a few times. So that's my day. So I think we'll end it here. I love having these chats with you. It's so much fun because I haven't got any friends around me at the moment. So although I do speak to them, I had a lovely long chat with my closest friend last night on the phone. We were thinking, well, we're not going to see each other till November. That's the one I stayed with when I was last in London. So I am going to have to put some roots down. And actually, let me let you into a little secret. I have signed up to do a little short comedy course, which starts in October. I thought that would be a good way of getting to know some local people and having a laugh at the same time, but that's not for a while yet, so I will update you nearer the time. I think it's towards the end of October. So hopefully I'll meet some people that way, and of course once I finish work it'll be so much easier to get to know people. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I'll look forward to seeing you on Sunday for the second part of my faves, fails and empties. Let me know in the comments what you're up to. Let's have a chat. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. It really does. And I hope you're all doing really well. And I look forward to seeing you on Sunday for more faves, fails and empties. Bye.